Okay, welcome. If you are if you're here, it means you responded to one of my advertisements, and I'm gonna make you a promise. Okay, if you have a local business, okay, and you can pay close attention, follow simple instructions, I'm gonna make sure this is one of the best decisions you've made this year. Now, in order for that to happen, I'm gonna need you to trust me with your time and make a very small financial commitment. The reason why I'm making this video for you is I've had a lot of people come into my sales process. They come into my WhatsApp and they are ready to pay the small token I'm charging for the training, but then they're skeptical. So I don't know this guy before. How do I know that this training is going to be valuable? Send me previous clients that you've served, send me previous training. So they're just dragging feet. And friction kills progress. One of the key drivers to success is speed. Money loves speed. You need to be fast. You need to be proactive. So in order for me to ensure that you take action on this, I'm going to do a little something. I'm going to give you kind of like a walkthrough of what we'll be going through in the training. Now, there is this concept. Okay, this is not something I invented. This is not something brand new. Okay, like a lot of marketers like to say, this is not something new. It might be a secret because maybe you don't know about it before. It's been used for generations and generations as a way to persuade people to buy things before the advent of the internet, before civilization, and it's still used up to this day by some of the top and most prominent marketers that we have in our generation and the forefathers of advertisement that came before us. And this concept is based upon the natural buying process. Now, here's the deal: every single human being on the planet follows a simple process before they make a buying decision. Every single person. So, what we are trying to do now is we're trying to mimic this process and use it to sell our own product. Because if you follow something that naturally happens, of course, you can trigger the same results and you can even make the result more powerful. I'll give you an example. Let's go into the relationship niche. Let's say you are a man, okay, and your desire is that you're looking for a person who you would like to get married to, okay. Now let's assume two kinds of men. Okay, one is not so moral or religious and stuff like that. While the second one is very modest and is looking for a very good wife that will take care of the children. So let's start with the first example. You're in a coffee shop, okay, and there are different kind of people in the queue, and you notice this girl in particular. She's not dressed so modest, and she's wearing skimpy clothes. But some of the physical features that you like in a woman, you notice it in her. She has fair skin, kind of like this V-shaped face, pointed nose, and then when she talks to the person at the coffee stand, she has this nice voice and everything. Like, wow, she's going to talk to this girl. Okay. And at the end of the day, you develop some courage, you approach her, introduce yourself, and you get her number. Okay. One example. Now I'll give you another example, and I'll tell you how each of these steps follows the natural buying process. Second example is you see, let's say you're a Muslim, you're in a convention. Okay. You notice this woman, and the way she walks, very gentle. She's well dressed. Islamic clothing. She's well dressed, and she's going about her things. And you notice when it comes time for prayer, she just stood up from the convention. It's not a Muslim convention. When it comes time for prayer, she stood up from there and she went to the mosque. And you even saw how when she was going to the mosque, she prayed. You came back around the same time. You notice how she's talking to her friends, and you even notice that when you're in the, around the conference, there's some people that are begging for alms. The way she smiles, they give them money and everything like that. We're like, wow, I want to know more about this girl. So you ask some of your female friends, and she was a person who was wearing a cup because they probably didn't know when she smiled. But she was a person who was wearing this burqa, covering her face. So you ask some of her friends, and you ask to see her picture, and they show you her picture, or they show you a video, and you're able to see her face, or they describe what her face looks like. Like, wow, you want to talk to this girl. Okay. Now let me just tell you, and from there, you talk to her, and things start going on from there. Now let me tell you what's happening in both scenarios. The first step in every buying process is interest, attention. Okay, the reason why I mention attention and interest together is if you have someone's attention and you don't immediately provoke their interest, you lose their attention. Okay, there's this example where in a magazine you see this cover SEX, it's highlighted bold, and when people read on, they say, "Oh, yeah, now that we got your attention, let us tell you about 5 ways to improve financial blah blah blah." You lose their interest. You lose their interest if you cannot immediately provoke their interest. Now, the first situation, this guy is on the line. He wants to buy coffee. The first thing I guess his attention is probably either the girl's skin color or her perfume or her dress. One of those three things. And he's looking around, he sees her skin color because he is looking for somebody of that specification. Once he sees her skin color, I'm like, wow, she got his attention. Now he's looking now what provokes the interest, probably the girl's beauty. When he looks at the girl's beauty, like, wow, this girl is beautiful. And she talks fine too. So now he gets the interest, he gets his desire is increasing. As he's looking at her, his desire is increasing more. As he's hearing her voice, his desire is increasing more. Not the best kind of behavior to put on, but that's an example. The second situation now, he's the Muslim guy now at the conference, at the convention, and he's looking at this girl, and he notices the way she walks. First of all, maybe the Islamic dress gets his attention now because he's looking for a woman who is modest and who has the qualities to take care of his children. Okay, so the first thing that gets his attention now is her dress, the way she walks. Like, wow, this might be someone who is who is worth getting married to. So that's the attention first. Second thing, now the interest comes when he starts asking about her. Maybe he probably has some female colleagues there, and he's asking about this girl, and the way they're describing her to him, increases his desire, and the desire keeps increasing. Then he gets to a point, okay, I want to take action on this. Same thing if you're outside and you want to buy suya. I think this is something that you can relate to. You want to buy suya. You're going outside and you're just strolling in the night, in the evening, and you see this fire. So the fire could be what gets your attention. It could be the nice smell of the burnt or the roasted meat on the fire. You just perceive that, oh, this smells nice. That could be what gets your attention. It could be a crowd that you see around the suya man. That could be what gets your attention. You want to know what's happening here. Either way, you get the attention, the smell now increases your interest. Oh, I think I want this. Now, several things could increase your desire. It could be maybe you have bought this before. It could maybe your friend has told you about this suya man before. Or let's assume no previous experience with suya. Just the smell and it's like I want to go. So you walk now, your interest is increasing. You walk towards the suya spot, and now your desire increases. How does this happen? I don't know if you've observed it before. If you go to a suya man, what is the first thing they do? They cut this little piece of meat, dip it inside their yaji sauce, yaji pepper, powder stuff, and they give you to taste. Once you taste that now, you now confirm yourself, I like the taste of this meat. I want to buy. So that's the desire increases, the desire gets to the peak, then you take an action. This is the same process every single human being follows. Whether you're selling real estate, whether you're selling food, whether you have a food service, whether you're doing laundry, whether you're doing home cleaning, house cleaning, this is the same process every human being follows. So what we're going to do during this training is that I'm going to walk you through step by step. Number one, how to identify the top desire of your product. Because let me tell you something, starting on a failed proposition is the worst sin you can make in marketing for your business. If you start on a failed proposition, you are going to struggle a lot, because when someone does not want something, regardless of how good your offer is, how good your copy is, your video, your creative picture, all of that doesn't matter. So you have to start with what people want. So I'm going to help you identify the top desire of your market. The second thing I'm going to do for you is, now that we have that desire, how do we craft that desire into a compelling offer that will attract people to become a lead? That's the next thing I'm going to do for you. As I'm going to give you a simple script, okay, simple step-by-step script that you can follow in order for you to convey that message to people. Because if you don't know how to write copy, even if you have a good offer, people might not read it and they might not be interested in it. So you have to find a way to make it persuasive with your writing in order for them to take action. Then lastly, to wrap all of that together, I'm going to show you how to use a medium of distribution through Facebook and Instagram advertisements, because you need a way to present that message, that offer to the right audience. I'm going to show you targeting. I'm going to show you how to use the platform, Facebook in particular. You have a business account, you go to your ad manager. I'm going to walk you through the steps in creating the ad, putting your copy, and doing a strategic form of outreach to people in a way that you don't spend too much money. You can get fast results for the test that you are making on the Facebook, on the advertisement platform, to get conversions. So again, yes, for the small token that I ask of you to commit, I'm going to walk you through these three things during our training together. And if you have any questions for the period of the training, you have a small pocket to answer, to ask questions, any questions that you have bothering you about your business, and I'll be happy to answer you. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful. If you still think, or if you're still having doubts, so okay, you're used to organic traffic, you never done paid advertisement before, and you still want to keep doing organic traffic, or maybe most of your business comes through referral, and you're like, oh, this paid advertisement thing is not for me, or you are still skeptical, then I think you should keep your skepticism to yourself, because I'm not ready to train you. In fact, I don't even want you in that training, so you don't come and demotivate other people that are there or ask irrelevant questions that would waste people's time. But if you're ready, if you have a business and you're committed to taking action and improving your sales process, getting better customers, making more profits, then what you should do is you make a request. I will send you an account number. You transfer the small token to that account number, and I'll give you some quick tools that you can start going to right now. And after that, I have enough audience. It depends on how many people are here. If I have enough audience, I would do the training live so that you can ask your questions live. If you don't have enough audience, I will do the training via a recorded video, just like this one I'm sending to you. Although that will be quite different because I'm going to be demonstrating a lot of graphics and stuff like that. So we'll do a recorded video and I'll send it to you, but you still have the ability to ask your questions. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful and I will see you soon.